Morning. Good morning, children. Good morning, all of you.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning, Nandana, Alvin, Navneet. How are you all?
Fine,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Did you complete those homework that day I have given?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us
Yes,
start our
ma'am.
new chapter. Hmm?
Okay, ma'am.
Graph book was with you.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
No? Why,
Yes, ma'am.
Alvin? Where is your graph book, Alvin? Huh? Where is it? Huh?
ma'am, over. Graph book over.
How graph book over? We didn't do any questions this year. How it is over?
Ma'am, I didn't buy new one.
Okay, so today itself you buy it.
Okay,
Okay?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let us start our new chapter, data handling. Chapter name is data handling.
Ma'am, can I go and take my graph book?
Sure. Chapter name is data handling. It is chapter 5, not from R.D. Sharma, it's from NCRT. So no need to write a number, you just write, or otherwise you can check in which chapter it is in your R.D. Sharma. Data handling, very simple chapter, graphs, very simple it is. Okay. Okay, children, data handling, what do you mean by data? Anybody?
Information.
Yes, information collected.
Formations.
Informations collected are known as data. Any example? Anybody? Collected informations. Example for data. Any example? Data is collected informations.
Surveys.
Huh?
Survey.
Survey, yes, census survey is data collection. Or if you are supposed to collect ages of teachers in your school, or marks of all the 8th standard in subject max, all these are data. So collected informations are known as data. Okay, and we collected in those informations in a systematic order. For the further studies, we will collect those information in a systematic order. After collecting the data, we are arranging them in a systematic order. Then only we can study with those data. Suppose you are asked to collect the ages of all teachers of the school, your school, then you collect ages of all teachers. After that, what you will do? You will write the ages, or you categorize the ages, like number of teachers, like the teachers having more than 50, more than 40, or more than 20. How many teachers are there between 20 and 40? How many are there between 35 and 60? Such in this way you can arrange the given data. Then only you can use that data for further study. Okay, so datas are collected informations in a systematic order. Okay, see here you can see your day-to-day life. One second, let me change the pen. Okay, see, information collected in all such cases are data. That means
Ma'am, can you zoom it?
yes. Here we can have some examples for collecting data. First one is runs made by a batsman in the last 10 test matches. Number of wickets taken by a bowler in last 10 ODIs. Marks scored by students of your class in mathematics in a unit test. The number of storybooks read by each of your friends, etc. All these are data. Data are collected informations are called data. That you
And
can
should we
write.
write?
If you want, you can write only the sentence. That is, give a heading as data. Give heading as data. Then write, the information collected are called, information collected is called data. This one is not yet. The information collected is called data. Information collected is called data, right? Information collected is called data. Informations collected is called data. Wrote all of you? Okay. And these information collected we will use to represent in some of ways. We have already studied graphs. Okay. Using graphs, we will represent this data in a different manner, either by histogram. Histogram, you studied about histogram last year? Or you may heard about histogram? No? Yes or no? No, no problem. We can represent the collected data in different ways. We can represent the collected data in different ways so that the comparison or further study becomes more easy. Okay. So first what we will do, we will collect the data and arrange them in a proper manner. On a systematic manner, we will arrange. After that, we will represent this data in different ways so that the comparison or further, so usually we will collect data for comparison of this year and last year. Suppose we are collecting the data of the marks of 8th standard students in this year and last year, then what we will do, we will compare how the performance of students, are they their performance is increasing or decreasing, or this year's 8th standard student and last year's 8th students, what about their standards of grasping or doing or their intelligence, everything we can compare. So for comparing, we will represent the data in different ways. Those different ways we are going to study this year. How we can represent the data in different ways for further studies. Okay. So in that, the first one is a pictograph. Pictograph. Pictograph means pictorial representation of collected data. Pictorial representation of collected data. Okay. A pictorial representation of data is known as pictograph. So write pictograph heading, subheading pictograph. Pictograph means pictorial representation. Pictorial representation of data is known as pictograph. Pictorial representation of data is known as pictorial representation of data is known using symbols. Pictorial representation of data using symbols is known as pictograph. Pictorial representation of data using symbols is known as pictograph. Okay, now listen. Pictorial representation of data using symbols. We are using symbols. See, here you can see a symbol of car, isn't it? Suppose we are studying the number of cars sold out by a company. Number of cars sold out by a company in some of months. Here we are discussing July, August, and September. And one car represent 100 cars. One car represent 100 cars. One symbol stands for 100 cars. Suppose there are 2000 cars sold out. So it is very difficult to represent 2000 pictures. Okay, so what we will do, we will symbolize one car is equal to 100 cars. One car is equal to 100 cars. So in July, In July, here we have 2 cars and a half car. 2 cars and a half car. So how many cars? This is 100 car. 1 car represents 100. 100 and a half car. Half car represents 50. A full car picture represent 100, so half car represent 50. So in the month of during the month of July, that company sold out how many cars? How many cars?
250.
250. They sold out 250 cars. This half denotes half of 100. Okay, so August 1, 2, 3. 3 into 100. August 300. September 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 400. 400. Now you have some questions. How many cars were produced in the month of July? July, it is equal to 250. And in which month were maximum number of cars produced? Which month? September. In September, the month of September, they produced 400 cars. So in this way, the data of sold out cars represented pictorial way. It is known as pictograph. Pictograph is the pictorial representation of data using symbols. Okay, I will show you one more example.
Ma'am, should we write it?
No need. Oh, you just listen to me. All these are very simple. No? Next, second one is bar. Did you understand what is a pictograph?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. No need to write. Just know what is a pictograph. Okay. And second one, a bar graph. In a bar graph, the informations are represent instead of pictures, informations are represented by bars. See, these are bars. These are known as bars of equal width. This width must be equal. If it is 1 centimeter, all the bars must be 1 centimeter. So display of information using bars of uniform width. Display, we are showing the information in terms of bars, and those bars have uniform width, equal width, and the height of the bars gives the proportion of whatever data we have collected, their heights being proportional to respective values, which means in this bar graph we are discussing about number of students in class 8. Number of students in class 8. In the first year, that is 2003 to 2004, we collected the number of students in class 8 in all these years. Which of the academic years? 2003 to 2004, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and 7 to 8. Okay, suppose you are going to our school office and you collected how many students are there in 2003 to 4, 4 to 5 in class 8, all ABC sections, 6 to 7 and 7 to 8. So you got an information like, suppose 2003 to 2004, there are 100 students in class 8. That particular year, there are 100 students, and 4 to 5, suppose there are 200 students in your school. Okay, and this data you are going to represent in the form of a bar graph. How can you represent? See, here we have y axis and x axis. This is x axis and y axis. On x axis, we are representing the years that we have collected, academic years. First one is 2003 to 2004. And on y axis, we are writing the number of students. Okay. So we choose a scale like 50, 100, 150, 200 because there are if because there are many students no in a each year. So we are taking instead of 1 2 3 we are taking 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, and 350. That way we are choosing the scale. Suppose they are if it is a very large school with many students, suppose there instead of 100, if number of students is 1000, 2000, so how we will choose the scale of y-axis? Instead of 50 we will choose 1000, 2000, 3000, that way we will choose. So according to our data we will choose the scale. Okay, so here we have in this first year we have 100 students, second year there are 200 students. This way data is going. Now how we will represent it? So on x-axis we took academic years and on y-axis we took number of students in class 8. And see, 2003 to 2004 first year there are 100 students. So we draw a bar, whose height is 100. So height gives number of students. The number, how, what was that year, how many students studied in that school is shows, height shows the number of students. And that year 2004 to 2005 we should keep a gap between first bar and second bar. Between first bar and second bar we should keep an equal width. See, first bar, then leave equal width, then second bar. Okay, in bar graphs you should leave equal width between the bars. Also the bars are also in the same width. Okay, and 2004 to 2005 200 students. In this way we have drawn the bar graph and we have some questions based on this bar graph. You can see some questions. So did you write a bar graph, a display of information using bars of uniform width, their heights being proportional to respective values? Did you wrote that? Right?
Yes.
Ah.
Ma'am,
Ah.
ma'am, can we put each bar close to each other?
No, no, no. That's why I told you. You should keep a gap in between. See the gap. Okay. So now read the first question. What is the information given by the bar graph? What is the information given by this bar graph?
Number of
Number of
students in
students
class 8.
in class
in
8.
Class 8. Number of students in class 8. And what is the second question? Second question?
In which years is the increase in the number of students maximum?
Maximum. In which year the increase in the number of students is maximum? From the given graph, from the given bar graph, which year is the maximum number of students increase? Which year?
2003 to 2004 to
Yes.
2004 to 2000.
2003, this year, 2003, 4 to 2004, 5, because 2003 it is 100, 2004, 5 it is 200. So this is the maximum increase. But here 200 to 250, 250 to 300. So maximum increase in 2004 to 2005. Maximum increase is 2004 to 2005. And third question, third one,
In which
State
year
year.
is the number of students maximum?
maximum, which year?
2007.
2007 to
2008. From the figure you can see. Understand all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Benedict, understood? Benedict? Okay. So in the year 2007 to 2008, there are maximum students. State whether true or false. The number of students during 2005 to 6 is twice the number of students of 2003 to 4. Is it twice? How many students are there in 2005 to 2006? How many students are there?
250.
250. And 2003 to 4, it is 100. What is the question?
Twice.
The number of students during 2005 to 6 is twice that of 2003 to 4. Is it twice, Navaneet?
No.
Is it twice, Navaneet? Huh? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it yes? 100, twice of 100 is 250.
No, ma'am.
Read the question, Navaneet. Navaneet, read it. Navaneet, read the question.
Ma'am, in which subject is the performance at par?
I'm asking to read the fourth question.
Yes, ma'am. In which subject is the performance at par?
Navaneet. Navaneet. Switch on your video, Navaneet. No, okay. It's
Ma'am,
okay.
my videos.
Oh, no, video is on. Okay. Navaneet, which question we are discussing here? Which one we are
Ma'am,
discussing
fourth
here?
question.
Fourth question. Where is the fourth question? And read the fourth question.
Ma'am, state whether true or false the number of students during
During
2005 to 2006 is twice than 2003 to 4.
Is it true or false?
False.
Where you are listening, Navneet? So it is false. Okay. Now, next we are going to discuss about double bar graph. Bar graph, then double bar graph. Heading, draw. Write the heading, double bar graph.
Ma'am,
Ah,
ma'am, I have one doubt.
yes.
Ma'am,
Which?
does the width of the bar graph represent anything?
Which one? One second.
Sec-
This one. Width of the bar graph.
Yes, ma'am.
Width or okay. I will explain. Who asked this? Who asked the question? Okay, I will explain. See, bar graph displays information using uniform width. Uniform width means while drawing a bar graph, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here, 2003 to 2004, they use this much width for a graph. But if you want, I can take instead of this width also we can choose because 3 units. If you took 3 units to represent 2003 to 2004, for representing next year 2004 to 2005 also, you have to take 3 units. Okay, so I'm leaving a gap between one unit gap I'm leaving here. After that, I'm choosing a width of 3 units. Okay, so the bars must be equal in width. This width must be equal. Okay, understood?
Ma'am.
And again, for representing the next, we will leave 1 unit. That gap may be, you can choose either 1 unit or 2 unit or 3 unit. But it must be uniform between each bars. The gap also must be same width and bars also must be same width. But bars and gaps no need same width. See, here I use 3 units for representing a bar. But for gap, I took only 1 unit. Understood now? Understood,
Yes, ma'am.
And the height shows the data we collected. Here in the first year, 2003 to 2004, we have collected the data. There are 100 students. So this height shows number of students in that year. And this height shows number of students in 2007 to 8. This height shows the number of students studied in 8th standard in 2005 and 2006. Understood? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, the next is a double bar graph. Double bar graph. A bar graph showing two sets of data at a time. A double graph shows two sets of data at a time, and it is used for comparison of data, right? Right? Double bar graph. A bar graph showing two sets of data simultaneously. It is useful for the comparison of the data.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I have a doubt in the bar graph second question.
In which year the increase in the number of students maximum? Is it that question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, who asked this question?
Ma'am, Pooja.
Okay, Pooja. 2003 to 2004, what is the number of students? 100. 100. And next year, what is the number of students? 2004 to 2005, number of students is?
200.
200. 2005 to 2006, it is?
Ma'am,
It is 250. And 2007 to 2006 to 7, it is 300. And after 2006 to 7, 2007 to 8, it is 350. So number of students increases from 2003 to 2008, number of students increases. Each year number of students increases. And this year, that is after 2003 to 2004, to how many students increase, Pooja?
100.
100 students. And here from 2004 to 2005, how many students increase here? 50. After that also 50. After that also 50. So in all those years, the increase of students is 50. But in the first, after the first year, from 2004 3-4 to 2004-5, the increase is 100. So the increase is maximum in the year 2004 to 2005. Understood, Pooja?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now double bar graph. We will discuss double bar graph. A bar graph showing two sets of data simultaneously, and it is used for comparison of data. In the bar graph, here in this bar graph, the number of students, only we represent the number of students in each of those years. Okay. But in a double bar graph, can you see it now properly?
Yes, ma'am.
But in a double bar graph, see children, this double bar graph represent marks obtained by a student. Marks obtained by a student in some subjects, maths, science, social science, science, English, Hindi. We are representing marks obtained by a, suppose we are representing Navneet's mark. Okay, Navneet? We are representing Navneet's marks of maths, social science, science, English, and Hindi. Okay, and we are representing 2 years marks, 2005 to 6 and 2006 to 7, like his 7th standard or 8th standard or 6th standard or 7th standard. 2 years mark we are comparing, and in the and see here this white bars, these are the white bars. White bars represent 2000 year, 2005-6, that year. White bars represent the year 2005 to 6. And this ash color bars ash color bars represent the year 2006 to 7. Okay. Now, see, and these two informations, that is for max 2005 marks in the year 2005, in the year 2006, we are combining those bars. Okay, these bars are connected one by one. These bars are connected. Such graphs are known as double bar graph. So in one, both the data, that is 2005 to 6 and 2006 to 7 of Navani's max marks are represented by a single not single bar, it is two bars, but they are simultaneously one by one. We are drawing it together, okay, and gives different shades, okay. And marks of social science. This shows marks in the year 2005 to 6, and this shows the marks in the year 2006 to 7. So using this bar graphs, we can easily compare the growth or deterioration of Navneet in each subject. Okay, see, Max, the year 2005, he got, what was his mark in Max? 2005 to 6. What is his mark in Max?
30.
30. And what was his mark in Max the next year, 2006 to 7? What is his mark?
60.
60. So for in the previous year, he is used to get 30 marks, but for the next year, his marks increased, isn't it? His mark increased, and his graph shows a growth in marks of mathematics. Understood? So we can easily compare what is his performance in these 2 years. Okay, 2005 to 6 is a little bit lazy. But what happened in 2006 to 7, he scored double as he got the previous year. So easily we can compare how his studies are going on. And let us see the science mark. Science mark, the 2005 to 6, he used to get 50. His mark is 50. And it is increased to 55. In the 2006 to 7, he shows a little bit increase. Okay, he shows a little bit improvement in social studies and science also. First he has 45, then he got 50. There also he shows increase in studies. Where, in which subject? Science. And see the English mark. The 2005 to 6, he got 50 marks. But the next year, 2006 to 7, he got only 45 marks. So there he has deteriorates his mark. He has some problem with his English subject. So we can analyze Navneet's study. Navneet, I'm just using this as an example. Okay, Navneet. Okay. We can using, by seeing a bar graph, we can analyze how his study is going on and which part or which subject he needs improvement, or he need more remedial teaching, or whatever he need, that we can easily understood using this double graph. And see in Hindi what happened? In Hindi, both the year it is equal, same mark, 65. He gets same mark, 65. So he never shows increase or decrease in his mark. So in both English and Hindi languages, he needs some improvement. See, although Hindi mark doesn't decrease, but it doesn't shows increase. So he should concentrate on English languages like English and Hindi. So from this data, from this double double bar graph, we can easily analyze about the person whom we are discussing about. Now we have some questions here. What is the information given by the double graph? What is the information given by this double graph?
Mark obtained by a student.
Mark obtained by a student in different subjects. Okay. Now the first question, the second question: in which subject has the performance improved the most? In which subject the performance improved most? Yes, Maths. It is 32 increases 30 to 60. Understood, Lakshmi? Lakshmi, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now third question: in which subject has the performance deteriorates, shows decrease?
English.
English, that person shows a decrease in marks. And which subject the performance at par? When it was at par means equal. In Hindi, subject Hindi. In Hindi, the performance is at par. Okay. So this is about double bar graph. Yes.
Want to use graph for representing if you want to represent the year from 2006 to 2008, then 2008 to 2009, like that. Then again we want to compare it.
If you want to represent 2007 to 2008, isn't it? That's your ask.
First we want like 2005 to 2007, then 2007 to 2008.
First you want to, no, instead of 2005 to 6, you want 2006 to 7 and 2007 to 2008. This,
No, ma'am.
I didn't understand your question. Yes, Amin, ask.
Can we represent like first bar can we represent for 2 years, then second bar we can represent for 1 year, then again we want to compare with other years.
First bar we are representing, in this case, first bar, no, I mean, here the first bar represent that year's only max marks. Second bar represent only max marks of the year 2007. Okay, I mean, and this is only for one subject. So again, we need to represent the next subject for the 2 years. I think you asked this thing, or I didn't actually understand. I didn't understand the question. What's your doubt? You are asking this thing?
Not like that. 1 bar for 2 years. In this it is
no, 1 bar for 2 years we cannot. How it's so? 1 bar for 2 years, I mean.
And that I'm asking, can you?
No, we cannot. 1 bar for 1 year. In the previous case also 1 bar. 1 second. Here, see, 1 bar for 1 year. See, I mean, 1 bar for 1 year. Okay, and here we are using 2 years, same subjects mark. So those bars must be simultaneously, one by one. We are drawing together. Then leave a space next subject for 2 years together. Is it okay, I mean? Okay. So children, next period we will draw some bar graphs and double bar graphs. Okay. So be ready with your graph book, pen, pencil, everything. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.